Uh-huh. Yeah? Does this informant mention which magazine? Damn. Okay, I'll get right on it.
What's this about an informant magazine?
Word on the street is that excerpts from a diary confessing to the murder of Walter Palin are going to be published, and the handwriting matches Victor's.
What? Where did you hear this? I mean, why the hell would Victor...
I don't know. It's, the whole thing could be a hoax. I'm not sure. It's all I know right now.
This informant, is it someone reliable?
Oh, obviously reliable enough that my boss wants me to get on it right away.
Sure. I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you later, sweetie. Bye.
Come on, Jack, pick up.
Why don't you take the call? Afraid I might overhear something?
Wow, have we really come to that? I can't screen my calls so I can have a conversation with my wife without that looking suspect?
I hate being paranoid. But what choice do I have? I can't count on you to give me the truth.
Look, I don't want things this way either.
I knew who you were when I married you, and you're not going to change. I accepted that. I have just come to a point, though.
Wait, go on.
It's getting harder and harder to stay married to someone who doesn't trust me.
Wait, don't be ridiculous. Of course I trust you.
Not enough to tell me the truth, not enough to tell me what's really going on in your life. You know, you hand me these stories and these explanations, and then you hold your breath hoping that I'm going to believe them, and it's demeaning.
I am willing to do whatever it takes to set this right.
Yeah, I've heard that story a million times.
Sharon, please just give me a chance.
Okay, why don't you explain to me again, then, what you and Adam were arguing about the other day?
I told you, I was trying to help Adam get some material published, and he thought I screwed him over.
Did you?
No.
Then, let's see. You were trying to help Victor's jerk of a son out of the goodness of your heart, and things just ended up going bad for him. I'll talk to you later.
Sharon, wait,
Oh, and the meeting with Newburgh Communications has been pushed back to 3.
What meeting? They came knocking a month ago. I told them that Chancellor wasn't interested in acquiring a telecom company.
Your mother set it up. You might want to check with her.
I'll do that. Thank you. Great, just great.
Well, whatever happened to coffee-flavored coffee?
2 coffee-flavored coffees, please, on me.
Caffeine will get you everywhere. I'm so glad I ran into you. You know, I've been phoning your mother, and she has not responded to my messages.
Yeah, Mom's kind of busy right now.
Is she in trouble with the law?
Why would you ask that?
Well, she and Heather Stevens almost got into a catfight at the athletic club. I asked your mother what it was about. She changed the subject, so naturally I'm a little worried.
I'm sorry, Catherine. I can't get into it.
Was it about your father? No, I mean, is it that bad?
Well, let's just say we don't know if he's ever going to come home.
O blessed Saint Raymond Donatus, so loving are your devotees, I being last of them all, I'm happy to know that through the infinite goodness of God, you will help me.
I know I'm the last person you expected to hear from. Yes, it's very important. I wouldn't have flown all night across the Atlantic if it weren't crucial that I see you. You really need to help me. Please say that you'll meet me.
Pardon. Je vous en prie.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, I was about to have my midday meal. Would you care to join me?
It's very nice of you to offer no thank you.
You have barely eaten or left this room. A walk in the fresh air or sunshine, it might do you some good.
Very nice of you, Father. I want to stay here.
Fils, I know you are in terrible turmoil. But if you wish to talk more, as we did on the night you arrived, or pray together.
If you don't mind, Father, I prefer to be by myself right now. Thank you.
D'accord, d'accord.
Please don't let us down. You've got to come. You've got to come.
She loved me more than anyone has ever loved me. No strings attached, nothing, no restrictions. She just loved me. And now she's gone. They're taking her to the basement, to a cold and sterile morgue. They put a tag on her toe, then a stick in her drawer.
Dad, please.
I only wish they would stick you in that drawer. Whatever this was, this so-called love of ours, it ends. You get that? I wish one of us had the guts to kill the other, to put us out of our misery. What about leave me alone, don't you understand?
Dad, I want nothing to do with your miserable life.
Then don't.
I used to feel sorry for you. Now I only feel sorry for the people who are unlucky enough to care about you.
Listen to me. I've talked to you enough in Mexico. I've talked to you enough, period. You got that? Now, you got 30 seconds to get the hell out of here. Otherwise, the police will arrest you.
It didn't work, Victor. I'm still not giving up on you.
So your mother has flown off to reach out to your father, and she has neglected to say what continent she's on or what her plan is.
Yeah. Hey, if it's any consolation, when she left, she seemed really together. And even if she wasn't, do you think anyone could have stopped her from leaving?
Well, I suppose Nikki feels that until she's done everything she can to help your father, she won't give up. To me, it's sort of like an exercise in self-destruction.
Is that what family's all about?
Excuse me. Yes, hello, Catherine here.
Mother, I need to speak to you. It's urgent.
Look, I have a meeting later. I'll be in the office.
I need you here now.
All right. I'll be there shortly.
Thank you. Yes, this is Jill Abbott. I need one of our staff attorneys to drop a petition immediately.
We're still trying to get confirmation both that the diary exists and that certain excerpts are being published. I'll get back to you. Sharon, this is a surprise.
Yeah, sorry to just show up like this.
It's okay. Come on in, please.
Well, I promise I won't take much of your time.
Well, generally, cursing me out doesn't take too long, though some of you Newmans have seemed to make it an art form.
Oh, but I'm not a Newman anymore. I just found out you're investigating Victor.
Mm-hmm. Let me guess. I'm way off base, right?
Well, I don't know what evidence you have against him, but I do know Victor, and I know that... Well, I can't imagine him murdering anyone.
Mm-hmm. Not even the man responsible for Sabrina's death?
You know, actually, Heather, I didn't come to discuss any of that with you. What I'm here for, it's more personal.
Now I'm even more surprised.
My husband and your boyfriend have been spending a lot of time together lately, and I just wondered if you knew what that was about.
Listen, Jack, I heard some unsettling news, all right?
What?
Heather's boss got a tip that some magazine is going to publish Victor's diary.
You don't say.
Yeah, her office is trying to run it down now. I bet they're all salivating.
And that's unsettling. Why?
Jack, do I gotta paint a picture for you?
Adam, if there are rumors out there, they may well be true. Which means there is a publisher who has verified this thing's authenticity. Good for them. I hope their magazine jumps off the shelves. You know what? Makes me wish I was still in publishing myself. Who wouldn't want to read about the downfall of a ruthless billionaire from his very own lips?
I pray that you grant me this novena, most amiable Father. As you're merciful to anyone imploring your help. O blessed Saint Raymond Nonatus, so loving are your devotees, I being last of them all, I am happy to know that through the infinite goodness of God, you will help me. I most humbly beg thee to intercede for me. Are you helping me? Oh God. Are you going to help me to come out of this depression? I feel so alone. I feel so alone.
Yeah, Connie? Where in France? Yes, put him through, please. This is Nicholas Newman.
Monsieur Newman, I am Dominique Gerard, a Catholic priest. A few days ago, a man arrived at my parish, deeply disturbed. He had no place to stay, so I offered him a room. I have reason to believe he may be your father.
My father's Victor Newman. Did he give you that name?
No, but he is quite famous, even in France.
Is he all right?
I cannot betray his confiance, yet he is tormented in his soul to such an extent that after much reflection and prayer, I felt compelled to contact a member of his family.
My dad's been missing for weeks. Last time we saw him, he was in terrible shape, mentally and physically. Since then, we've heard some disturbing things about him. My whole family's been worried sick.
I am gravely concerned about the man's welfare, his well-being.
Okay, one of us is going to come to you. Where are you located in France?
Our Lady of Sorrows. It is a small parish in the countryside, outside Chartres.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Father. It's such a relief just to hear he's alive.
All right. What is the big emergency?
You set up a meeting with Newberg? You and I discussed this. We decided that we were not interested in a merger.
I see no harm in hearing them out.
It's a waste of everybody's time, Mother.
I disagree.
I've canceled the meeting.
Without consulting me?
I have to watch over Chancellor Industries, Mother, and you. Because more and more it's seeming to me you're not capable of doing it.
The nerve of you making accusations like that.
You're not yourself, Mother. You haven't been for some time.
Oh, damn it, stop with this nonsense. I am just fine. Now, what do I have to do to prove it to you.
Go see a neurologist as I asked you. They have made wonderful advancement in the treatment of dementia and early Alzheimer's.
Oh, come on, you've already... I should go and see a specialist, for heaven's sakes. You've already had me diagnosed.
No, I want you diagnosed. That's why I've set up another appointment for this afternoon with the chief of neurology at Memorial. And you're not skipping out of this one. I'm going with you.
No, you'll go alone. You'll go alone.
Either you agree to a thorough examination, Mother, or I will have no choice. I will have to take this to our shareholders.
What is it?
It's a petition mandating that you be removed from any kind of management position at Chancellor Industries.
Do you really not see why this is a problem, Jack?
I can see where this might be a problem for Victor. I can see where this might be a problem for your girlfriend. I don't know why I would sweat this. Unless, of course, she told you something else that you're not sharing with me.
No, there's nothing else.
Then what are you worried about? You've wanted to stick it to your old man for a long time. You couldn't have planned this any better yourself.
Knock it off, Jack.
I am serious. This is what you've been dreaming of. That you know what's about to hit the fan, and for once, it's going to land where it belongs.
Okay, look. No one wants to see Victor Fry more than I do, but I didn't see the cops getting involved this soon. I mean, not at least until the damn thing got printed.
A diary turns up in his handwriting. Eventually, it was going to have to be authenticated.
Okay, so what if the feds find out it's a fake? Then what?
Any publisher worth his salt is not going to print excerpts of that thing without having it fully vetted. That means hiring a handwriting expert, putting it under a microscope, checking into the ink. I don't know. I'm not an expert in these things. But if the boys in the lab decide it's a forgery, who cares? Why are you worried about that?
Oh, I don't know. Just a little matter of no payday and the small matter of culpability.
Whoever sold that diary to the magazine bought it from someone else or had it sent to them anonymously. If they can just keep their cool, no one can prove they were involved.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. Come on, Adam. You disappoint me. For a Harvard man, you don't have a speck of imagination.
Okay. I'm sorry, Sharon. It's just a little crazy around here today.
Is that code for, please get out of my office? I have nothing more to say to you.
No, I have a few minutes. To be honest, I'm not too thrilled about Jack and Adam associating either.
Well, I didn't say that I had a problem with it.
What's bothering you, Sharon?
Well, it's only been in the last few days I've come home to find Adam in my living room again. And prior to that, I wouldn't have thought that Jack would give him the time of day. So I just wondered, how long have you known about it?
Have you asked Jack?
I did. He said that he was just helping Adam.
Right, well, that's what Adam told me as well.
Don't you find it odd that those two would suddenly strike up a friendship?
I told Adam from the start that I didn't like it. No offense to you, Sharon, but I don't see your husband as the most trustworthy person on the planet.
Oh, well, that's funny because I actually said the same thing to Jack about Adam. But in any case, as long as it's just, Jack's helping out a young executive while he's out of work.
Then there's nothing to worry about, is there? Right.
We got it.
Okay. Excuse me for a moment, please.
Sure.
How dare you try and oust me from my own company?
Because I'm concerned about you.
Oh, yeah, sure you are. You're concerned about your own selfish motives.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, now, for once in your life, Joe, why don't you try to be honest about your real motives? If not with me, then for yourself.
And what are my real motives, Mother?
What are your real motives, Mother? You know, whenever you really want something, or you try to persuade me to go along with it, suddenly it's Mother. And the rest of the time, I'm lucky if I got a Catherine instead of a miserable old bat.
Right now, the way you're acting, what do you think you deserve to be called?
Sharon, I'm gonna need to cut this short, so if there's nothing else...
Cop room just delivered this. Chief wants the feds to see the journal facsimile immediately.
Okay, thank you. I'll deliver it personally. I'll be outside in a second. Thanks. So we'll talk more about this later, okay?
Heather, could I use your phone before I leave?
You don't have a cell phone?
I left mine at home and I need to call my son. It's a local call. It'll just take a minute.
Yeah, okay. No problem. It'll be quick, right?
Yep. This is Heather Stevens. Can you get me some extra copies of the journal facsimile and just leave them on my filing cabinet? Thank you.
I forgot my gloves. Are you done with your call?
Yes, all done.
Okay.
The priest was really struggling with whether to call, but I'm grateful he did. It sounds like Dad is a total wreck.
Well, at least we know he's someplace safe.
Yeah, how long till you can get to France?
I'm not going to France.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I have tried so many times to get through to your father. He does not want to talk to me. He doesn't even want to see me.
Okay, then what's your plan? And where are you anyway, Mom?
If it works, and I pray that it will, I'll fill you in then.
All right, then I'm going myself.
Nicholas, don't bother. It's a waste of breath.
Well, I have to try, Mom.
I thought you said you trusted me.
I do, but...
I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who I think can reach him.
I brought you some food. Perhaps you would change your mind about eating.
That's very kind of you, no, thank you.
You are suffering. Carrying a burden you believe is unbearable. I wish I could help.
You know, Father, I still remember my wife's dress. We were at a charity ball. She was so young and vibrant, so beautiful. She loved me unconditionally. I left the party early because someone had written a very mean-spirited article about her, and I wanted to find out who it was. I'm easily aroused to anger. I wish I hadn't been in that case. I wish I'd stayed at the party, stayed at our side. She wouldn't have gotten into another car, and she wouldn't have been killed.
Some things are out of our control. You could not have known what would happen. The Lord had decided it was her time to come into his arms that night.
What kind of God, what kind of all-knowing, all-loving, omnipotent God would allow an innocent woman to be killed that way with an unborn child, an innocent child? What kind of a God is that? I don't think there's any kind of preordained system to all this. It's chaos. That's all. What a sadistic thing to do. If there is indeed a God, if he's all-knowing, if he's omnipotent.
I can understand. It would seem that way after what you have lost, but I do not believe God is cruel. I believe he is merciful and loving. if, when our faith is tested, as yours has been, yeah, this is when we find out how strong we are. You have an open heart. You have made your confession, you're sorry for your sins, and you have been forgiven. Redemption does not, well, it is not found in a few days, my son. Keep on a path toward God. And in time, you will find the solace you seek.
Father, I wish I could believe that. But I want to believe it. I want to believe it.
If you really think that I am some evil, selfish manipulator with an agenda of my...
Now that proves you have one.
Yes, I have one. And it involves you and an excellent neurologist and a battery of tests to get to the bottom of why these memory episodes are happening with you.
Your agenda has absolutely nothing to do with my health, physically or mentally. No, you simply want to get control, complete control of Chancellor Industries.
You can deny this all you want. But deep down inside, you know that there is something seriously wrong with you, Catherine. We are not just talking about misplacing your keys. You actually thought that Philip was still alive, for God's sake, and he's been dead for over 3 decades. Listen, busy, distracted people forget things like sending birthday cards, but not what decade they're living in. Oh, God, Mother, I am pleading with you. See a doctor, let him examine you, let him do tests, let him do 100 tests, anything to get some answers so we can start dealing with whatever this is.
Bravo. Oh, my goodness. What a brilliant performance. You really have your act down pat. You really do. And if I didn't know better, I would believe you were sincere. But you're not. Because I see right through you. Now, I will not be pushed aside or forgotten. Certainly not by you. Now, you can take these papers, shove them in my face, but it's not going to do you any good because I'm going to fight you, Jill. I'm going to fight it. Do you hear me? I'm going to fight it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear how frightened you are. It breaks my heart. You are the strongest, bravest, most determined woman I know. And you have one of the most brilliant business minds around. It must be devastating every time it happens. To realize deep down that you're losing your faculties bit by bit, and you don't know why. And you don't know where it's gonna end. And you don't know when it's gonna happen the next time. If you're gonna be embarrassed, or inconvenienced, or something more horrible that you can't even anticipate. Okay, Mother. You are famous, not just in this town or this country, but all over the world. What happens if the word leaks out that a woman of your means is not all there, to put it very bluntly? Do you know how many unscrupulous people are going to be working overtime to find a way to take advantage of that? I mean, I walked in that room and I saw you with Gloria, with your pen poised over a paper, ready to give her all of that Jabot stock. So I have to wonder if it isn't already happening.
Well, you know, when you get to be my age, you slow down a little. Maybe sometimes a lot. You just, you know, you're not as sharp as you once were. But that doesn't mean you're not still you.
I understand that you're scared. Believe me, I am too.
Well, then you should be scared. I will not tolerate any more harassment from you. You go to your stockholders with this ludicrous petition, and I guarantee you, your days with this company are over.
Well, I'll make sure and get a copy of this to Agent Aguilar.
Okay, thanks. That'd be great. Saves me a trip.
Good work.
Of course. Hey, Adam.
Hey, I didn't think I'd see you back here so soon. But that was the FBI guy, right? You guys meeting about the rumor that you mentioned earlier?
Yes, but that's all I can tell you.
Let's not forget, Heather, we are talking about my father.
It's interesting that you feel you're entitled to full disclosure when you've been so blithe about keeping things from me.
Okay, what things?
Sharon Abbott paid me a visit this morning in my office. She wanted to know why you and her husband have been so chummy lately.
We're not chummy.
I thought after Mexico that you were done with him.
You didn't tell Sharon about that, did you?
With Trip? No. But what bothers me is you failing to mention that you're even associating with the guy still. Why is that, Adam? What? What are you up to?
Okay, look, I've been trying to keep it quiet because I wasn't sure if anything would come of it, okay? Now, I have a little project that I think could be really good for me, for us. Jack is trying to help me get it off the ground.
Only nothing's come of it, right?
These things take time.
God, Adam, for such a smart guy, you can be awfully naive sometimes. Yeah, why you'd even think for a second that Jack would go out of his way to help you is beyond me. How many times have I warned you? You know what? Never mind. I have to get back to work.
Whoa, hang on. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted to do was alienate you. I want something more for us, Heather. I'm trying to think about our future.
Tell me. Show me, okay? If you want to get a new job, just get one. If you want to be in a serious relationship with me, you have to be upfront with me. You just clean up your act and show me that you're serious about something, Adam. Okay, and then maybe we have something to talk about.
You told me to call you when I want to get sober. Marge? Yeah, it's me, Catherine, me, It's Marge. Well, I had my come to Jesus flash, so I'm calling you. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to kick this thing, but I'm telling you right now, hon, I'm gonna need your help. Then you shall have it, my friend. I promise. You shall have it.
Catherine refuses to listen to reason. We're gonna have to force her to cooperate.
Thank you for letting me know. We're about to issue an international warrant for Victor Newman's arrest.
For murder?
Yes, and with what we have on him, he won't get out of this one. Let's go. Thank you.
I just spoke to Robert. And his legal department has determined that the item in question is the real deal. Everything is moving forward. Yes, I guess the leak came from his office. In an effort to make sure it doesn't become old news, he has moved up the publication date to be in this issue, this month's issue of The Sophisticate.
Well, you're kidding me. That must have cost a mint.
Trust me, he moved heaven and earth to make this happen. I know, I've been there. It's an expanded issue. It's at the printers right now, and will be on the newsstands first thing tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Congratulations, Mr. Wilson. There's a big fat check and a book deal winging its way to you right now.
I can't wait. I
bet you can. You've been living like a pauper for much too long.
You know, it's not about the money, Jack. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'll be nice to have some for a change, but I want people to read this. You know, lots of people, millions of people. And when they get to that last entry, look out.
A giant swell crashed on the deck. And we were taking on water fast. Time was running out. Palin was screaming at me to help bail us out. This murderous thug, this animal, was nothing but a frightened coward. As our situation grew worse, a sudden calm washed over me.
I knew I might not make it through the storm, but I knew when the boat went under, Walter Palin would be dead. I ran at him with every intention of wringing the last breath from his helpless neck, when a wave hit, knocking me into him. With everything in me, I held his head underwater. He fought and scratched. I could feel him beneath my hands, and then finally, suddenly, he stopped. As soon as I let go, the boat flipped over, and into the raging sea we went.
Ashley, I'm so glad you're here.
Next on The Young and the Restless.
Some days I don't even recognize myself no more. Yes, I know all too well what you mean.
Spending time with Adam lately. You were talking about Victor's diary, were you?
Will you marry me?